وعن أبي جهيم رضي الله تعالى عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لو يعلم المار بين يدي المصلي ماذا عليه لكان أن يقف 40 خيرا له من أن يمر بين يديه. The Prophet of Allah said, if the person who walked in front of the musalli knew how sinful for him to act like that, or just to pass by him or in front of him, if he knew the punishment that waited for them on the Day of Judgment, he would remain in his place 40. The Prophet of Allah did not mention 40 years, 40 months, 40 hours, 40 seconds. So the Prophet of Allah left that word blank, 40. And يقف 40. You would rather to wait for that turn to walk in front of him. 40. Who knows 40 what? But if you only knew how sinful for you to pass him by or to walk in front of him. Now we know in another hadith, in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was asked, and Aisha radiallahu ta'ala an قال سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في غزوة تبوك عن سترة المصلي قال مثل مؤخرة الرحل. So they asked the Prophet of Allah about the flag that every musalli must place in front of him. Flag, or we call it sutra. Sutra al-musalli. You can call it flag or sign or a post or anything. So قال مثل مؤخرة الرحل. مثل مؤخرة الرحل. You know the thing that I place on the camel. There's something right in the back. You can stick your it will hold your back in place. So basically this tall, that thing. So the Prophet of Allah told him it's basically anything sharp you can plant it in the ground if you're praying outside. About this tall, 2 foot, 1 foot, just to be noticeable for the other that there is a flag in there. Now many people they ask about the restricted no flying zone or no walking zone. So how far that distance? So like if I'm praying here, so how far the restricted area in front of me? So we have basically the sujood. Stretch your hand. Stretch your hand. This is the restricted area. This is the restricted area. So if I'm praying here, Muhammad, stand up. Walk this way, please. Just from here. This is a restricted area. You can't walk. Now go a little further. Is that allowed? People, they think, they've seen it in many places. If someone is praying and they stand in their place, and they have a space to walk around them or in front of him. Or like when we stand in a row to perform the prayer, someone praying in the back, and so they said, well, it's not permissible for us to fill the roll. This is not right. This is not right. So the restricted area, well, I would say about 3 feet.
2 feet.
Let's say 3 feet. 2 feet. 2 feet to 3 feet. So anyone who wants to walk in this area, Islamically, the Prophet of Allah ordered you to push him. You're not going to fight him. You're not going to give him one on his nose. But you're supposed to fight him. You push him back. You're supposed to push him back. Now, if he doesn't know, so you try to push him to stop him, but he refused to listen, let him go. You let him go. You're not going to just grab it and wrestle him down, right? So he's going to go anyway. So I know in the Umrah, you know, it was wallahi so funny. You know Brother Mahmoud Murrah? Most of you know Mahmoud Murrah. When he went to the Umrah with me, we were praying in the Haram. That's going to be recorded. That's Mahmoud Murrah. Yeah, anyway. We were praying in the Haram al-Nabawi, and Mahmoud Murrah, subhanAllah, in the Haram, like I said, there's a special ruling there. A special rule in there. You cannot just wrestle people who want to walk in front of you. SubhanAllah, he's a powerful man. Mahmoud is a powerful man. And the poor guy is just walking in there and just He gave one slap, and the guy goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just laughed so hard that people on the side were laughing, man. He almost knocked him down, the poor guy. And he looked at him and said, what did I do? I told him, Mahmoud, you can't do this. I said, well, I'm supposed to fight him back. Well, you almost killed the man. You cannot punch him like that. So don't wrestle the one who wants to walk in the restricted area. Especially in the haram. The haram, you let people go. You let people go. Even if you pray, you don't push no one there. But, oh yeah, it's مشقة. حتى في الحرم في الحج, the female, they pray side by side by the male. Permissible, but it's not permissible anywhere else. Not permissible anywhere else. But anyway, so this is the restricted area, 2 feet. Now, pay attention to this. Imam Malik رضي الله تعالى عنه قال: إذا صليت في مكان تعلم فيه أن المارة لا بد لهم منه فأنت آثم. Can you give me example?
Front to the door. Front to the entrance.
Closer. Jumu'ah. People, they stand in the front of the entrance after that sunnah al-Jumu'ah. Even the Prophet of Allah told us to pray the sunnah at home. So the Prophet of Allah said, the sunnah al-Jumu'ah, al-ba'diyya, pray it at home. Pray it at home. So they stand in the front of the entrance. People, they want to leave to work, and they're praying the sunnah. So in order for them to come up with the sunnah, they committed haram. Because you're making things difficult on the rest of the brothers. You're not allowed to pray in a place where you think that it's necessarily road for the others, or necessary agent for others. If you want to pray, avoid the entrance. Go on the side. Like if you pray in Akram Jumu'ah by yourself, find the pillar, the post, and pray in there. You're praying here, grab a chair, put it in front of you, 3 feet, where you're going to make sujood, and put that chair in there. Place that chair. At the Jumu'ah, avoid praying Sunnatul Jumu'ah at the mosque. Because people, they need to get out. Some people, they only have 20 minutes to leave. So basically, you're just putting an obstacle in front of the believers. You can't do this. We must cooperate with each other. If you know that there are people, they have no way around that restricted area, don't pray. لأنك تكون ارتكبت حراما أنت الذي ارتكبت حرام ليس هو. The person who wants to walk, he has no way around it. So you're the one who committed the haram by praying in an area that's not supposed to be for praying. It's not supposed to be for praying whatsoever. So this is some people, they just throw like a coat on the front and they pray. While that flag, it must be about 2 feet up to be noticed. So if I can somehow like that, not bad. It's noticeable. But some people, they have a stick, they just throw the stick. So stick is no good. Unless you can plant a stick right up, and to be noticeable for others. Chair is good, something like that is good, but don't throw the book. The book, people, they're not used to see the book on the ground, so it's not a flag. Something noticeable for others. You praying at home, please teach the kids how to respect the privacy or the restricted area. We know that kids, they're allowed to walk, they're allowed to play, and even the Prophet of Allah, he carried the Hassan and Hussein. We know that. But teach the kids from the young age to respect that restricted area. Tell your kids, you know what, if I'm praying, don't walk in front of me, please. But don't push them if they do. Just teach them. And you'll be surprised, wallahi, you plant that in their mind. They respect their privacy. Whatever that you teach your kids, they respect it. Teach them how to respect the Quran. If they're playing around, tell them you're not allowed to play with the Quran, but in a nice way. Don't play with the Quran unless you have wudu. Let them believe from the young age that they need to perform wudu in order for them to read the Quran. Tell them that if I'm praying, don't turn the TV on. Don't turn the music on. Don't think that they're young or they don't know. They do know very well. So teaching our kids from the young age is very important. And ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to make us among those who listen to this speech and follow the best of it.
I saw in a video that like the person who pray can move to the front.
Yes, Allah JazakAllah Khair. This is very, very important point. Okay. Now for praying Jama'ah, who's the person who must put the flag? Imam. So as an Imam, if I pray in the outside, I must put something in front of me. Here, no one's gonna walk. So this is the wall, actually the sutra. This the barrier here. No one's can walk in front of me. So the musallin, the rest of the musallin, I am the sutra. I am the flag for them. So whatever that I plant in front of me, it's good for them. So you're allowed to walk between the rows to fill the gap. So if there's a gap in this line here, and you are in the second line, you're allowed to walk between the rows to come and fill that gap. Because filling the gap is mandatory, is necessary. It's necessary.
Yeah, but why here to go around? You can go.
Whatever you do, no, whatever you can find, it's easy to make it to that. I'm just giving an example. However, it's easy for you to make it to that gap. Do it. You can nicely. You can push your brothers. They can let you go in, or you can walk between the roads. Acceptable, permissible. Some people think, well, I'm not allowed to walk between the roads. Yes, it is. It is permissible. Let's say if you're praying the first soul and you have a bleeding nose and you must leave, or you let things out, you let some air out, you need to go out. What do? You stand in your place? No. You can walk between the rows out. So al-muqtadi sutratuhu imamuh. Al-muqtadi sutratuhu imamuh. فأنت يجوز لك أن تمشي بين الصفوف حتى تملأ الفراغ. يجوز لك أن تمشي بين الصفوف لتصلح الوضوء. لو حد يعني if someone faded out, so you can hold him, you can walk between the rows and take him out. It's permissible, completely permissible. But in front of the imam, no one is allowed to walk.
Yeah. Also, like what I understand from this video, for example, if I pray and like the wall is in front of me and the other people want to pass, I can move I can move until like 1 feet from
Yes.
the wall and let the people pass.
Yes.
And they will
Yes.
get back.
You need to make things possible for the other to walk. Whatever. You make the judgment, you're allowed to move, to make things. So, okay, if I'm praying here, someone wants to move, just move toward the wall.
Even I don't
Just
have any space.
let him exit. Let him exit. And like I said, they have 2.5 feet, 3 feet maximum. Other than that, you can walk. There's no لا حرج عليك والله تعالى أعلم. تقبل الله منا.